You've seen it, right? We all have. Trash bins overflowing, litter scattered all over the place. And you think the solution is obvious, just clean it up. But what if I told you that grabbing a broom is probably the worst way to solve this problem for good? What if the real answer has nothing to do with cleaning at all? See, that overflowing trash can, the wrappers on the ground, that's just what we can see on the surface. It's like the tip of an iceberg. Sure, it's annoying, it's ugly, but it's not the actual problem. It's really just a sign that something much bigger, something deeper is going on. And that's the big question, isn't it? If sweeping isn't the answer, then what is? Well, to figure that out, we have to stop looking at the trash itself and start looking at the systems and, the people that are causing it in the first place. So that brings us to our first big idea here. To really make a difference that lasts, we have to think way beyond the broom. It means we need a totally new way of thinking about what it even means for a place to be clean. There's this quote that really hits the nail on the head. Sanitation is much more than just cleaning and sweeping. And that's so important. Think about it. Cleaning is temporary. You sweep today, and guess what? The mess is back tomorrow. But real sanitation, that's about building a system, a permanent fix, so you don't have to keep sweeping the same spot over and over again. Okay, so let's make sure we're all on the same page. When we say sanitation, we're not just talking about being tidy. We're talking about the big systems, things like trash collection schedules, sewage pipes, access to clean water. All that invisible stuff that, when it's working right, keeps an entire community healthy and safe. And this is why it matters so much. Because when those systems fail, the fallout is way more serious than just a messy street. It can actually become a matter of life and death. A pile of trash, a puddle of stagnant water, it's not just sitting there doing nothing. It's basically rolling out the welcome mat for all kinds of nasty bacteria, viruses, and insects that carry diseases. It turns a normal public space into a real health hazard. And you can draw a straight line from the problem to the danger. Those blocked gutters, they're not just an eyesore. They become little mosquito factories, which can lead to diseases like malaria. And contaminated water, that's how deadly germs that cause things like cholera can spread like wildfire. This isn't about looks, it's about public health. Okay, so the problem is big. The stakes are really high. But this is where the story takes a hopeful turn. We're going to shift from the problem to the solution, and we're going to meet a totally new kind of hero. Let me introduce you to Tunde. He's a student, probably a lot like you. He lived in the Greenfield community, and he saw the exact same things: overflowing trash, blocked gutters. But here's what he did differently. Instead of just walking past and shaking his head, he stopped, and he thought, wait a minute, there has to be a better way to fix this. And this is the part that gets really cool. I mean, how does one person, a student, actually manage to tackle a problem that big? It feels almost impossible, right? But Tunde's story is like a blueprint, showing us exactly how it can be done. His secret weapon wasn't a bigger broom or more trash bags. Nope, the secret was all in his head. He used a specific set of tools, of skills. You could honestly call them his superpowers that let him see the problem in a whole new light and come up with a real, lasting solution. So let's open up this superhero toolkit. What exactly are these 5 powers that Tunde used? Because here's the best part. These are skills that absolutely anyone can learn, and they're the key to becoming a hero in your own community. Okay, superpower number 1 is critical thinking. This is all about not just accepting what you see. Instead of just getting mad about the trash, Tunde acted like a detective. He just kept asking, why? Why is this happening? Are there not enough trash cans? Are they in the wrong place? Or, maybe people just don't feel like using them. He dug and dug until he found the real root of the problem. And once he understood that why, it unlocked his second superpower, problem solving. This is where the creativity comes in. The easy fix would have been to just demand more boring gray bins, but Tunde's idea was way cooler. He thought, what if we made the bins impossible to miss? What if we painted them with bright colors, made them fun, made them so interesting that people actually wanted to throw their trash away? But even the most brilliant idea is useless if it's stuck in your own head, right? That's where superpower number 3 comes in, communication. This is how you turn a personal mission into a group project. Tunde had to get his friends to see his vision, not just colorful bins, but a cleaner, healthier, more beautiful neighborhood. He had to get them just as fired up as he was. And that excitement leads directly to the 4th superpower, collaboration. Tunde was smart. He knew that one person painting a few bins wouldn't change much. To make a real impact, you need a team. So he brought his friends together, not just to do the work, but to brainstorm and make the idea even better. He knew how to turn my idea into our project. And finally, with a team and a bunch of great ideas, they used their fifth and final superpower, decision-making, because a project without a clear plan is just talk. They had to focus. The group decided that Tunda's colorful bin idea was the best way to go, and they all agreed on a step-by-step plan to make it happen. This is the skill that turns ideas into action. Now, Tunde's story is amazing, but it isn't just a story to listen to. It's a manual, it's a playbook. And this is the part of our explainer where the spotlight shifts from him and points directly at you. Critical thinking, problem-solving, communication, collaboration, and decision-making, these aren't magical abilities someone is born with. They are skills. And you know what's great about skills? They can be learned, they can be practiced, and they can be mastered by anyone. That means you. So where do you even begin? It's actually super simple. Step 1, just look. Look around your neighborhood. What's one little thing that could be better? Step 2, think. Use these 5 superpowers. Ask why it's a problem. Brainstorm a creative solution. And step 3, and this one is the most important, start a conversation. Just talk to one other person about it. That's it. That's how every single movement starts. So I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're walking around, look at your community through Tunda's eyes and ask yourself, what problem are you going to solve first?